Good morning, this is Airpost Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this new week. Today is Monday, and today I'm reading for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And this reading here is for Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. There are two cards from the Moon and Stars Tarot deck. Card number 1 is the Chariot. The Chariot card relates to motivation, self-discipline, accomplishment, travel, energy, and movement. The Chariot is being driven by a strong-willed woman here on the card who is channeling the universal energy, and she is full of motivation. She is being pulled by two tigers, and she has just left the earth, and she is on a journey into the universe, and so she signifies travel, movement, and readjustment. She is adorned with glistening citrine stars and moons, and her chariot is promoting success. The constellation of Cancer shines on the left and so symbolizes positive emotion. The meaning of the card is progress. The Chariot card is often appearing when you feel pulled in two directions, and the card tells you to make a decision about which path you want to follow. The card represents a lot of mental energy, which can now be used in action. Opportunities arise for personal marks of success or some financial gain. Commit to your goal or destination, as it will be rewarding. Your energies, they are being spent wisely, even if the result is not what you had initially hoped for. A valuable lesson was needed for your spiritual growth. There is a star message saying that you can overcome any obstacles and succeed. See this moon magic affirmation. I look at my future and believe in what I desire. Card number 2 is the Star. Keywords, they are invigorating, rejuvenation, wishes, spirituality, ability, and dreams. On the card, a woman looks down into the vortex of a black hole, which reflects the Milky Way above her head, that is giving her some inspiration. She is collecting energy from the black hole in her vessel and then pours it back in, so a cycle of universal energy takes place. The constellation of Aquarius in the sky is linked to ability and to determination. A shower of a shooting star fills the night sky, or rather a shower of shooting stars fills the night sky, so signifying spiritual growth and the willingness of the cosmos to grant wishes of fulfillment. The meaning of the card is inspiration. The star is a yes card to the questions asked, so reflect on your dreams. The card indicates wishes coming true through the cosmic communication between you and the stars. It also asks you to look deeply into your self-care routine, as it can bring healing and rejuvenation. The card encourages you to listen to your intuition as you travel the journey of love of self and the love of spirit. Be creative in everything that you do and follow your heart to help gain inspiration. There is a star message. Let your intuition guide you toward a path of healing and creativity. And say this moon magic affirmation: I am ready to realize my potential. The good tarot card is next. Out came the King of Water. This king is generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, a good listener. He is non-judgmental, a peacemaker, and a mediator. See this? I honor and respect all beings, including myself, and see the commonalities that we share and the spirit that is in all of us. I listen to other voices and blend them with my own wisdom before settling on an opinion, making a decision, or taking an action. I gently and lovingly lead others away from fear and divisiveness and into harmonious collaboration. Nature's Whispers card is next. Out came Perfect Setting. It says that if you have a goal or a vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmation, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes, they are all of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and then to grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. So trust in the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Believe and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. So keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is in all the details: position, sun, soil, air, water, and also nourishment. So make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. The Path of Light Oracle card is next. Out came Beyond Emotions. And there is a verse in the Bhagavad Gita saying, when you allow your mind to be carried away by the senses, it takes with it your good judgment, just as a storm drives a boat off course. Therefore, go beyond attraction and aversion and abide in the wisdom of the self. We all know how we would like to be, think, and act in the world, and this vision is our inner ideal. It is the self calling to us about our true nature and capacities, who we are and who we could be. When our mind is in equilibrium, then we experience peace and we act in harmony with our vision. We live out our ideal. This maintains our peace and creates fulfillment. This is the clear sky experience of the mind. Storm clouds, they are never far away, however. So when the equilibrium of our mind is disturbed by waves of thought, of positive and negative colorings, we tend to react in conflict with our vision. We fail to live out our ideal, and this creates inner turmoil and suffering. This is the psychological storm. It is essential to realize, however, that we are not completely helpless. We do not have to be subject to our emotions. We can actually develop the ability to dissolve and transcend them. This is because emotions do not just arise independently of stimuli. They are produced as a result of our thinking, as a consequence of the way we see things. Every time we see something as more positive than negative, or more negative than positive, then we create emotions. Our emotions let us know when we do not see things clearly, when we are distorting the truth and misrepresenting reality. Our emotions are positively or negatively charged energy that needs to be dissolved and equilibrated. Interestingly, if we allow our emotions to arise and be felt fully, but without attachment, holding on, or replaying, they will usually resolve themselves and subside from our mind like the waves withdrawing into the ocean. When the lower self and the ego take charge of consciousness, however, then we identify with the inner disruption. We lean into it, we stoke it and brood on it, fanning the flames of the emotional fire. We indulge our misperceptions, we feed them, give them power, and then become trapped by them. In doing so, we lose connection to the true self and its wise equilibrium, and allow ourselves to be carried off course by thinking, saying, and doing things that we later regret. So do not allow yourself to brood and replay the events that are triggering you. Do not allow yourself to be carried away by your emotions. Instead, breathe, watch, stay with the feeling of the emotion, and do not think about it. The attachment and the ego's way of dragging you into the mud is where you will get stuck. So let the emotions have their moment. Feel them fully, but without clinging to them. Breathe and allow them to move through you. If you prefer, you could do this same process while going for a walk. And the Gita advises that the fluctuations of the mind, they are primarily driven by attraction and aversion, what we like and what we dislike, which relates to what we value and what we do not value. Attraction moves us with lust, thirst, craving, greed, and envy. Aversion moves us with fear, frustration, anger, hate, and sorrow. So to avoid this, we must practice being mindful, practice breathing, and putting all our attention on whatever we are doing. So remove your awareness from your thinking and be here now. And the more you are able to do this, the more you will act in accordance with your true self and true desires, and the less you will be controlled by your emotions. The Chakra wisdom card comes next, and it is faith. And the faith is the color purple, and it relates to the sixth chakra. The card faith has the title Royal Purple Prick, saying I am more than I think I am. The legend is that Peggy, she is terrified. She cannot see past the wall in front of her, and it is preventing her from moving forward. She cries out for help, and the great spirits, they appear and they tell her that she is holding a royal purple prick, thinking that it is a wall. They encourage her to place this prick back in the walkway, and they ask her to give up on life. Peggy lowers the prick to the ground and courageously steps forward, and then her future lights up. The inspiration here is that what frightens you is something much smaller than you know. And if you are experiencing some pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation, because your greatness awaits. Say this personal inquiry. I have a tremendous amount of personal magnetism, but am I willing to allow myself to shine? Key ideas are some narrow focus, miracles all around, not following wise counsel, not accepting your gifts, using the energy in a self-defeating way. And the keywords, they are gifts, some muse, and some fear. You can do this meditation. This is the time to let go and to recognize your own gifts. So thank your guides for protecting you and not allowing you to give up. This is the first step in communicating and sharing with the world. So the royal purple prick is a part of your path and not your entire journey. And the Bob Ross Oracle card is the lake. In Bob Ross's world, a lake could start out as a small pool of water in the forest and then grow to be as big as one big ocean. Likewise, a huge lake could suddenly shrink to a tiny pond. There is a puddle that lives right there, said Bob Ross. Wherever you want a little puddle to be, just pull it down, or if you keep going, you can make a lake out of it as well. And if you really get carried away, you can make an ocean out of it. Whatever size of body of that water is, Bob would always make sure to add reflections to it Water does not look natural if you cannot see a reflection in it. So life too should have points of reflection, times to think about where we are and where we want to be. The lake reminds us to be still and to take a moment of reflection on our life. That was the reading for you, Cancer. Thank you for listening. I do wish you a beautiful start into this week. I'm sending love out to you. Take care and goodbye.